G'day and welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. Heading out to Wiradjuri country today. So yeah, going to go and camp on the Murrumbidgee River, something I haven't done for a long while. Found a place on the river. It's about halfway between Wagga and Gundagai. So should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to smelling that Murrumbidgee clay and the smell of redwoods burning on the fire. So it should be good. I'm also going to cook up some dinner tonight, which I haven't, in a way I haven't done before, so that'll be interesting. So I'll stick around for that. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. Pretty rainy though. It wasn't supposed to be raining. I've been planning this all week, this trip, and it's supposed to be sunny this weekend and not too cold. It is winter. I'm supposed to get down to like maybe 1 or 2 degrees tonight, but it's actually quite rainy. I'm driving through mist and fog and raining on and off, but hopefully all that'll clear up. It's still pretty early, so you've got a whole day ahead of me. So yeah, see how it goes. But anyway, stick around, should be a good day. Okay, so welcome to Wiradjuri country. I've made it down to the river. I'll show you in a sec. So I'll show you my little setup for the night. Pretty standard. Got my swag. Got my big tarp tonight because it looks like it's going to rain and be a bit miserable. One new addition to the camping this year is got a new winter sleeping bag. This is it's an Big-Arsed. It's from Kathmandu. Pretty good bit of gear. It's a hybrid. It's down and some sort of synthetic filling, but it goes down to -5. So hopefully I should be nice and snug. It's not going to be too cold tonight anyway. Probably down to 1 or 2, so I should be fine. I did test it out at home last week, and it was 1 or 2, and I actually got quite hot in there and had to sort of unzip it. So should be good tonight. But yeah, nice new bit of gear. Did cost me a fair bit of money, but I got it on sale like you do with Kathmandu. You wait until everything goes on sale, and so yeah, I got it for just over half price. And what's more, I also had a gift voucher, so that was pretty cool. So I got it all without spending too much of my own cash. So yeah, good bit of gear. Hopefully it'll last me for a while. But this is the river. I'll just sort of pan around. This is my view for the evening. Pretty cool. As you can see, massive red gums right in front of me. I'm up on a little bank here, and there's a beach down there, which I'll go and explore in a little while and have a look. I'm just going to set up. I'm going to go and get some firewood and get myself settled. But yeah, this is Murrumbidgee. It's moving pretty fast. A lot of water around still, but at least it's not flooding. So first chance to get down to the Murrumbidgee for a long while and camp, which is good. Never a shortage of firewood with redwoods around. Or with red gums, I mean. Right. Okay, I'll get this fire set up. That hurt. It's the problem with redwood or red gums. They're gnarly old trees. It's hard to find nice straight bits. It's all very wet. Like I said, it's been raining all day. The sun's just come out and it's about to go down. I got maybe, I don't know, an hour of light left. So I want to get this set up so I can start the fire as soon as I get back. But I want to go for a bit of a wander down along the river and see what we see. But yeah, this is pretty much set up. I'll go for a walk for half an hour or so. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, so the sun's just about to duck down behind the horizon there on the other side of the bank. So yeah, pretty peaceful sitting here watching the water just trickle past. I'll show you what I can see. Yeah, it's a good river. I love being here. Bit of a different smell, it's not quite the same. There's a lot of, I think they're willows, which I'm not used to. Right down on the bank. Be quite nice here in summer though, I reckon. Nice and shady. But a bit up there smells a bit better. You can see how far the water's been up. You know, we've had so much rain and so much water moving through our river system over the last few years. Like you can see the high water marks. They're way up in these trees, full of debris and rubbish. But certainly better than being in drought, which we were in 10, 15 years ago. It was horrible out here. It was just bone dry. There was not a drop of water anywhere. So much better to be flooded and annoyed by not being able to get to the rivers and have them dry up. Oh dear. Yeah, well I might just go back and get the fire going because I've got to cook my dinner. I've got a different way of cooking it this time. I'm going to do it in a little parcel. I watched a YouTube channel the other day, and the woman cooks in a little foil bag. So I thought I'd try it and see how it goes. Probably make a meal of it, but anyway, so there we go. I had a big lunch, so if I don't do a very good job cooking, I'll be right. I'll be able to get through the night. I've got a couple of apples and some bananas. I'll be right. Yeah, let's just watch this sun go down. Couple of glass. Saw a couple of black kites when I was driving in. One really close to the road. It was magnificent. Geez, they're a good bird. And I also saw a couple of yellow-billed spoonbills, which was pretty cool. And a couple of mallards, I think they were, or chestnut teals. I couldn't really tell. They were a long way away. Man, I should have set my swag up down here, down on the sand. She advised me not to though, the person who this is a private property and I've sort of been given permission to camp here, and she said the water can come up real quick, they can let it out a bit further up, and she said it can rise a couple of metres overnight. So she said to best avoid getting down near the river water itself. Check these trees out. They are bloody awesome. Size of them. Check this one out over here. Absolute beast. Try not to break my neck. Now this one. This guy. Like seriously. That's huge. So good. They grow right along the rivers and they can tolerate having their roots flooded. So they do really well along the riverbank. Grow really old. I'll go and show you how big he is. I'll stand next to him. Woo. Okay, so back to camp. The sun is literally about to drop down behind the bank there, so I better get cracking and get this fire started. But I think it's probably more exciting to watch the sun go down than watch me start this fire with wet wood. So I'll get this going. You watch this. So this is dinner. Hopefully it works. I bonded up some chicken, some sweet potato, capsicum, what else? And a zucchini and some onion, and clove of garlic, and some taco sauce. A bit of salt and pepper, a bit of chilli, and just wrapped it up in some foil. I did put a couple of layers on the bottom. That was what was suggested to keep the bottom from burning, and then just chuck it in the coals and give it a bit of time. She didn't say how long, so that'll be interesting. Anyway, see how we go. It's been a fun game keeping this bloody wood dry, or drying this wood out to keep some fire going, so get some coals, so I'm going to have to keep moving it around. But yeah, no, should be good. I'm looking forward to having a feed and settling in. Actually, I'm a bit knackered. Been a long day. I really have no idea how long to leave this in for. Probably as long as this apple lasts. Some grey fantails down there. Okay, I guess the big test. Feels hot, sounds good. Certainly smells good. Yow! It's pretty good. Perfect. Unbelievable. I don't know whether you can see this gorgeous little dude, but there's a little possum up there. You might be able to see his eyes shining. He was squawking just a minute ago. They make a hell of a racket when they go. But yeah, he's just sort of come down to see what I'm doing. Won't hurt you, buddy. You do your thing. Yeah, well, I'm going to wind down for the night, so I'm going to watch a bit of TV, a bit of Ted Lasso, I think. But I've got a little hack for you. This red bit of paracord tied between the two ties that you use to tie up your the fly net. And here's what you can do with it. Pretty cool. That's an iPad mini, but it does take the big one as well, so all good. So you can lie in your little swag and you don't have to hold your iPad. Pretty cool. Great little hack. Well, good morning. As you can see, we woke up to a pretty foggy morning. Not uncommon along rivers, but in fact it's pretty cold too. It's got down to about 2, so it's a bit nippy this morning. My fingers are a bit cold, so I'm trying to warm up. I got myself a coffee and trying to warm up from the inside as well as the outside. But yeah, no, got down to about 2, so it was pretty cold, but I was snug as in that new sleeping bag, so that's not going to let me down. I'm sure that's a good bit of gear. I'm glad I got that. But yeah, pretty foggy. Fog settled in probably about 1 o'clock. In fact, I went to sleep about, I don't know, maybe about 10, and I woke up at about just before about 12:30, needing to go to the toilet. So I got up and there was a bit of a fog settling in, and for the next half an hour all I could hear was, you know, drips of water dripping off the tree above me, or the branch above me. So I had to deal with that getting back to sleep, which isn't too bad. But I fell asleep about 1 o'clock again and just woke up. It was 6:30, so slept like a log. So yeah, pretty good. But you know, plan for today is I'm going to tidy up a few of the things that are just lying around, and then I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk along the river up this way and see what we can see. Like I said, this is a private property that I've been given permission to come out to, and over there's a hill apparently, and if you climb it, there's a good 360 view of this whole area, which is quite nice. And because of all the rain we've had, it's beautiful and green and lush. So hopefully the fog will clear by the time I get around there, but I doubt it. But that's the plan. We'll go for a walk and see what we can see. Ooh, but first, coffee. here's another big one. Yeah, there's something particularly special about walking along the banks of the Murrumbidgee River for me. Probably because I spent so many days and weeks just swimming and generally having fun out here. Not at this spot, but at a different spot further down the river. It's parts of one of the big river systems in Australia. And as you can see, it's not quite the Mississippi, but it's pretty big. A lot of water. We're about, I don't know, I want to say 300-400 kilometres as far as the river goes from Canberra. It does wind its way around a bit. And it's a bit of a trickle up there. It grows into this river here, which is quite big, and then it flows all the way through New South Wales and down to the Murray River and joins up with the Murray River. And yeah, and then down to the sea in Adelaide, or just off the coast of Adelaide at the Coorong. She oak or casuarina, prized along the Murrumbidgee River because they make a great place to camp under because they don't drop their branches on you. Unlike the river red gums, or any gum trees for that matter, they have a habit of dropping branches in the middle of the night, so even on still nights they can cause a bit of havoc. Yeah, see what I mean? You wouldn't want to be camping right there when that sucker come down. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, it's she oaks and casuarinas or whatever they're called, whatever you want to call them. They were always good fun if you could find one of those. Camp under that. Keep in mind, in summer when you're camping along these rivers, it's like 40 degrees, 43 degrees some days. So you want a bit of shade. And that's a cool gum tree as well. As I said, this is a private property, and here's some sheep. I don't normally get to talk to sheep on my little adventures, so this might be a special treat. Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to hang around with me too much. But again, look at all the debris in this fence here. Like the river's, I don't know, 10 metres down from where I'm at. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 metres down. So, yeah, a lot of water. Yeah, sheep are pretty cool, but they don't have a patch on goats or alpacas. Bit dopey. Check this one lonely one out of here all by himself. Here he comes. Run, sheepy, run. Pretty nice. Fog and all. My feet are soaked walking in this wet grass, which isn't much fun. I do have my spare boots, so I'll swap them out when I get back to the camp, but yeah, everything's wet. Well, that's the magnificent view. The river is down there. You can just see it, I think. Yeah, a bit of a slog getting up this hill. Having a very unfit morning, I think. But yeah, still pretty foggy. So I'm going to head back pack up and hit the road. I'm about 3 hours from Canberra, so got a bit of a drive ahead of me, but there is coffee on the way. So that's the plan. That's why I bother putting the tarp up.
Well, it was about here that I started to sign off, thanking everyone for joining me on a great little camping trip out into Wiradjuri country and all that. But, being the Gumby that I am, I had the phone set to time-lapse by mistake. Yep, my bad. But it was a great overnighter. It's always fun to get out in the swag. It's always fun to spend time on the Murrumbidgee River, and I hope you enjoyed coming on this journey with me. And please think about subscribing. I plan to donate anything I make if it ever gets to that point, so please consider it. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for staying right until the end, and until next time, stay safe.